Man, I'm feeling away today for real. Like, today has just been one of those days. Actually, this week has been one of those weeks. And you know how it is when you get in the fields. It's time for some emotional eating. So, I'm taking myself on a little brunch date in hopes of getting myself out of this funk because I'm in a little funk right now. I really need to get a car mount. What a God, it takes me so long to get out the house in the morning. It's always a million and one things I feel like I gotta do, a million and one things that I can't find. It's just a whole lot of. So I'm torn between places to go for brunch. One is a bit cheaper, but it doesn't have mimosas. And one costs a little bit more, but they have mimosas. Both have amazing food, but I feel like after the week that I've had, I need a little cocktail. I need a mimosa or a few. So I think I'm going to head to Tupelo Honey. I've been going through it this week, y'all. I have a few regrets, and I know that these feelings are temporary, and I know that I am exactly where I'm supposed to be in my life, but right now I just really have some what ifs to address. Just decided to vent through those today because I need to get it off my chest. I feel like it may be a little relatable, but I talk about my job a lot. I'm in the process of trying to be able to walk away from it and focus on my creative endeavors full time, but I'm not in that spot yet. But soon come. With so many different changes occurring at work at the same time, it's causing me anxiety. Navigating through this week just really helped me to solidify a lot of the feelings that I've been having. I ultimately know this is not my end all be all. Like, this is not my forever job, my dream job. Yes, it does provide me stability and benefits, and it pays my bills, but ultimately, I'm not fulfilled in this line of work. I got into this mindset of what if, but that what if feeling really has just been so strong this week. And it really just had me thinking, like, what if I had stayed consistent with YouTube when my channel was growing the most? You know, like, I started this channel back in like 2016. I think I grew 6,000 subscribers in the span of like a year, a little bit less than a year. It feels really good to be back in the space of creating content, but I do notice that I don't get as many views as I'm used to getting. I don't get as much engagement as I'm used to getting, and I know that it's going to take time to rebuild my channel. And it's really been hard for me specifically when I've seen quick growth from my YouTube channel in the past, and I know it's not good or healthy to get in the should be mentality where you feel like you should be in a different space in your life, you should be doing different things, you should be just whatever. But let's be clear, we all have those thoughts, and this week for me it's just been so heavy. So yeah, I've been feeling a lot of should be's this week, but what I really felt like I should be doing this week is specifically talking about how I single-handedly ruined my YouTube channel. But anyway, I just got here for brunch, so I'm about to go in and eat because my stomach is completely on E right now. So we'll dive a little bit deeper into this topic after I've had some sustenance and I don't feel like my blood sugar is about to hit the floor. Tupelo honey literally owes me nothing else after that lunch, like, or brunch. So freaking good. I want some ice cream, and so like I'm headed to go get me some ice cream now. Probably don't need it per se, but you know, there's a lot of things in life that we don't need that we obtain anyway. So yeah, like I was telling you guys, I ruined my YouTube channel, and now I'm in the process of trying to grow it again. I don't want to talk about this because I feel like it'll help somebody who may have a YouTube channel, maybe in a creative rut right now. My advice for you is to just keep creating. Hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have, because I feel like I would be in a different space right now. And when I first started my channel, I wanted to create style and lifestyle content for bigger guys. Initially, my idea was to make content specifically with my 16-year-old self in mind. That was my primary goal for the channel, and I was delivering for like a good 2 years straight, just delivering. Like, I always had a video idea, I was creating content, it was getting noticed, I was starting to get brand deals from companies like ASOS, Express, Shea Moisture, JCPenney. I went from 0 to like, I want to say 6,000 subscribers in less than a year, which is insane growth for YouTube. What made me stop wanting to create content is because, you know how they say comparison is the thief of joy? It really started to make me feel discouraged. There were other influencers out here that were starting to create content similar to what I was creating, and honestly, it wouldn't have bothered me if it was another big and tall guy. Like, it wouldn't have bothered me at all, because I feel like representation is key, and I feel like I absolutely should not have been the only person at that specific point in time making that type of content. But this was coming from guys who did not identify with the struggles of being a big and tall guy. I felt like my efforts were going unnoticed. Honestly and truly, there's a lane for everybody. It really just kind of hurt to see someone else that didn't identify with specific struggles that I feel like I faced growing up to begin to make that specific content. Seeing that really just triggered a lot for me, just because I felt like the reason why these specific influencers were getting a little bit more recognition is because they were quote unquote more attractive, or they were quote unquote more fit. It really discouraged me to a point where I just was like, I can't continue in these streets, and I regret that so much. I regret letting that get to me. But I felt like growing up, guys that were like the athletes, and guys that were skinnier or more fit, and guys that were a little bit more masculine, they were more accepted than me. And it really bothered me for a good while. Hindsight being 2020, I realized that I was approaching it with the wrong mindset. But again, like, there's that 16-year-old boy in me feeling like nobody's gonna want to listen to me. Well, there's this new guy out here creating content, people gonna like him a little bit better because he looks the part, and so why even bother anymore? Brian, get it together, because you absolutely have something to offer. But at that moment in time, I didn't feel like it, and so I just fell out of love with creating content, and I just stopped creating consistently. Like, every now and again I'd release a new video, and over time I saw my viewership start to dwindle until the point where I felt like my audience felt like they didn't even really know what to expect from my channel anymore. And so now when I upload videos and one of my old subscribers comes across it, they're like, man, you're still out here creating videos, I ain't even seen a notification from you in so long, I'm so glad to see you back. Because of my lack of consistency, YouTube is just like, bro, like, I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. I'm starting to regain a little bit more traction since I'm creating content more consistently now. But for a long time, YouTube was just like, bro, we don't know if you're reliable. You're not getting the watch time. You're not getting the retention. So let's give that boost to somebody else's channel, because you're unpredictable at this point. I just got to the ice cream spot, so I'm about to go in here and pick up some ice cream, because I was just feeling like ice cream or some dessert after that amazing brunch. So yeah, I'm about to run in there really quick. Could I get 3 scoops, but could I get salted caramel, strawberry, and cookies and cream? whether Andia's is a chain or not, but this ice cream is so freaking good. This is my second time going. You know how like when the yams touch your mac and cheese, like the way those flavors marry each other perfectly? The salted caramel and the strawberry, that space between where they meet, oh my God, it's magic. Whew. Yo, wow. Finally back home, and I'm so full right now. Brunch was good. Tupelo honey did not disappoint. The ice cream was good. Good food really charms the soul. Feel amazing. But anyway, like I was saying, the biggest factor that contributed to ruining my channel is the lack of consistency and just essentially quitting. Like I essentially quit YouTube for a good year and a half, and just was uploading videos sporadically over time. When you're in the space of creating content, especially on YouTube, like you do have to have consistency, and you have to let your audience know what to expect and when. People like consistency and they like stability, and when you're not providing that for them, it's easy for them to just fall off. For a long time I blamed it on me switching my niche. Like instead of creating like my traditional sit down videos, which were tip based, I started doing a lot of vlogging. And so for a long time I felt like the dip in my engagement and the dip in my viewership came from that specifically, but ultimately it just came from me not showing up online consistently. And so I felt like it was important to kind of share that for anybody out there who may be wanting to move forward with creating a YouTube channel, or there's someone out there who may have a YouTube channel but finding that they are starting to get a dip in their views and their engagement. Practice some consistency. Find a way to stick through it. Maybe change the way you're shooting. Maybe switch up your topics a little bit. Maybe switch up your niche a little bit. But continue to post consistently and try to stick to that schedule as closely as possible. I feel like if I had done the same, my channel would be so much bigger than it is right now. And I only have myself to blame for that. I don't want anybody else out there to experience this drop that I have. And like I said, I'm working my way back up. I do realize that it's going to be a very slow journey to get back to where I was. And I'm okay with that, because initially I wasn't creating content for anybody else but my 16-year-old self. I was just creating, and I felt like whoever it resonated with, it'll resonate with them, and whoever didn't like it, they just won't watch it. And so I didn't have any expectations on how many views I'd get or how many likes I'd get. So even with that in mind, I don't know why I let another influencer influence me to essentially quit creating content. And so also to the person out there who may be experiencing a little bit of discouragement because they feel like, you know, other influencers are growing, your unique selling point is the fact that you're you and nobody else can do that. So regardless to what anybody else is doing out there, only you are going to do it the way that you're going to do it. And I wish that's something that I had told myself back when I was going through my creative rut because of that. But stick it out as long as you can. And if you're getting to the point where you are in a creative rut, stick it out, switch things up, and I promise eventually you'll regain everything that you feel like you lost. But anyway, I just wanted to hop on, take you guys eating with me, because food was top tier today. It really was. I wanted to vent a little bit, so I appreciate you guys for listening. If you like this video, I'm gonna need you to transform that into a physical like. Click the thumbs up button, and while you're at it, scroll on down the page a little bit more, click that subscribe button. Also click that bell icon that's right beside the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And while you're doing all that, you might as well check out the description box. There you'll find links to all of my social media so you can follow me everywhere that I am. I really appreciate you guys allowing me to vent. I feel so much better. And that food also had a role in reversing my mood, so I feel pretty good. Anyway, you guys, until next time, I'm out.